guys, welcome back to Going Green. Thank you so much for supporting and watching our channel. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up at the end so we know.
Yes, please do. And you can also follow us on Instagram if you don't do that already. It's at 2chicksgoinggreen. Today we're going to give you your 9th eco challenge. There's a lot that goes into it, and we want to make sure that you guys understand why this one is so important and know how to fix the problem.
Right, so let's go right into it. Your 9th challenge is to only buy personal products and cleaning products that are free of petroleum and fragrances or parfum, as it may be listed.
And this means your toiletries, your cleaning products, your makeup, your laundry detergent, all of that good stuff.
So we linked a Netflix documentary below. It's called Stink. Watch it, especially if you have kids.
They get into, how a lot of this stuff really isn't controlled, and the FDA doesn't really monitor what companies put into their products. So it's pretty scary, and it's motivating for sure. Whenever you read the ingredient fragrance on a bottle, it could mean thousands of different ingredients and chemicals that are being used. And lots of these are linked with cancer, all sorts of disorders, reproductive disorders. And 95% of chemicals in fragrance are actually petrochemicals. So it's something to be taken really seriously, guys.
It's also detrimental for our environment because all of these products eventually end up in our waterways, and it causes reproductive issues with animals, and eventually it does get back to us. I also found out recently that it's causing strains of bacteria that are extra resistant to antibiotics, and it's now just becoming a snowball effect. This is why there are so many more children with eczema and allergies.
At a younger age, you can become sensitized by all of these fragrances and petrochemical ingredients.
Another product that a lot of people think are safe are candles.
Yeah.
And scented things that make your air smell nice and fresh. Tanya actually has a blog on this on her website.
Candles have fragrances, they can have lead in the wick, and they can also be made of paraffin, which is actually a petrochemical. At the end of the day, we think that our government is regulating what goes into these products, but they're not. So we really do have to become well versed in what we're looking for in the ingredient list and what we want to stay away from. So we've created a quick list for you to take a screenshot of, and that way you can take a look when you're buying something. These are just the biggest ones. We've linked a few different articles that are really interesting on this topic in the description. And guys, we know that this is overwhelming and this is a tough challenge. So remember, just do it one change at a time, and whenever you run out of something, that's the way I do it. Whenever I run out of one product, that's when I look for a better one and something that's natural, that doesn't have those nasty ingredients in it, and that is going to be something that I'm going to continue to use in the future and feel good about. And greenwashing is no joke, guys. I mean, you will believe that something is natural, and it's a horrible experience like you had recently. You'll buy something, you think it's good for you, and then
I just spent $50 on some makeup that I thought was, great, had good ingredients. It's not that the ingredients are bad, but they just don't have research on how harmful or if they're even okay for your body.
That's actually something that tends to happen a lot. Some ingredients will get, blacklisted, or they'll be regulated, so then they switch to something else that people don't know about or isn't on the do not use list. And so you end up with these new chemical compounds that we don't know a lot about but could be causing a lot of harm. They can do better, and we, the consumers, can demand that.
I have a very hard time with reading ingredients. It's just very confusing for me. There's a search engine called Skin Deep, and they rate their products or their ingredient on how much research is done on it, how many toxins are in these ingredients. So take a look at it. It's linked below.
This is a Summer's Eve delicate wash. Methylchloroisothiazolinone. And I'm an engineer, and I can't read this. And of course, violet number 2 and blue number 1. These are your sensitive areas. What the heck? A couple of ingredients that you definitely want to stay away from would be phthalates, which can actually be in fragrance, so watch out, and parabens, which can be presented in a couple of different ways, as you can see, as well as triclosan. They are known endocrine disruptors, and that means that they are really, really bad for you. So definitely look for products that do not have those in them. They've been outlawed in other places like Europe, but not in the United States. From both of our experiences, we've realized that this is definitely a process and it takes a long time and we're still working on it. Start by looking for products that have the fewest ingredients possible. Usually the organic ones, if it says 100% organic, those tend to be the best ones that you can look for.
A good rule of thumb, something I follow, is if I can't read it, I assume that it's probably not very good for me. Another way to avoid these harsh chemicals is to look for fragrance-free or scented with essential oils. There are companies that actually do care. It's just kind of hard to find them. And there are even health food stores that are selling these products. Even buying locally, people make these things on their own, and they're using wholesome ingredients that are good for our bodies, and they list all of the ingredients too.
Something that I do for sure is when I find one company that I really like, I stick
with it
and just buy from them. Like I buy all of my personal care items from the same small, it's a small company, family owned, and they do everything organic, everything natural, and I can read all the ingredients on the back, which is what you want. And they ship everything plastic free.
I found a company locally that makes body care products. You can read every single thing on here. And the cool thing about this company is I can bring my container to their headquarters and they will refill my container.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm reducing my waste.
My makeup remover, it literally says 3 ingredients on the front, and that's just almond oil, olive oil, and jojoba oil, so I started making it myself.
I've been using just shea butter and jojoba oil.
You can use coconut oil too, like straight up organic coconut oil.
It's kind of like an experiment.
It is.
You have to find what works for your body.
Everyone's different, yeah.
And we're gonna get into more videos about this.
Yes.
We're gonna be doing DIY videos.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, so watch out for those videos in the future. For your advanced challenge, we want you to buy these natural products that don't have fragrances and that are free of petroleum as well, but we want you to try to find them either in bulk or try to find them plastic free, like the ones that I own that are in tin or glass and like a man.
Or ones you can refill.
Exactly.
So try to reduce your actual waste that it's in now. That wraps up our video. We hope that we didn't overwhelm you too much with all of the information, and we hope you learned something. Good luck with this.
Yes, thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you at our next video.
Alright, bye!
Methylsothiazolinone.
Propendoleo. I can't read it. I can't read on.
Oxypropylammonium chloride. Woo!